just doing more inquiring today, more side quests. Well, here's one right here, right? Ollie's in Sunshade all of a sudden. Oh, so we meet again. The great merchant Ollie, at your service. I've saved up a small fortune, if I do say so myself. I'm on my way back to my hometown now, in fact. I guess my father's probably waiting for me to come back home. But for some reason, I find myself in no big hurry to get back. Oh, that's it. I just had an idea for a brilliant new pitch. You know how rodents are always causing trouble for the people who live in the desert? So everyone wants a cat that can be trained up as a great mouser. It can be a bit hard on folks, though, to keep a cat just for that purpose. That's where my prowling cat clamor will come in. That's what I'll sell next. Even the fiercest rat will go running at the sound of a cat. And you won't have to pay for cat food either. Hey, why don't you help me? Want to collect some prowling cat clamor for yourself? Off you go, you can do it. Not. Like that's even possible. There's no such thing. I'm sorry, Dad. What? I have to just go find something that doesn't fucking exist. Thanks, Ollie. I've already inquired everybody. Do I have to beat this hooker up? No. Inquire. 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 Deep in the desert lives a man clad in nothing but tattered rags and sand. With ease he conceals his presence from bandits and ruffians and reveals himself only those who pique his curiosity or whom he judges to be of good heart. That young merchant, Ollie, he gave me a hunk of bread for nothing, not a leaf, when I couldn't pay. He said he'd left home after fighting with his father, and that he was still too ashamed to face the man again. But I'd reckon he really wants to meet the old man. All he'd have to do is apologize properly, and I'm sure he'd be forgiven. That's what family does. Well, his father isn't in this kingdom. I'll take this, though. So presumably Ollie's father is somewhere on the map, and we have to find him. That's just the guy that wanted to bang that dancer. Do you know the merchant who brings spices from the south? Here we go. The last time I met him, I got the pepper. That's that lady from Grandport, I think. That's for her quest. That's the swordsman we beat up. That was the drunk bouncer. Actually, maybe they're both drunk bouncers. I don't think there's really anything for us in Sunshade. Mostly Wellspring and Marcelum. Marcelum should be good because I think we can finish one of the chains there. It's like the princess returned to Marcelum and needed our help. Acquired the shit out of this place. The downside is because all I'm doing is spamming inquire. I'm not actually talking to anybody to advance other quests. Ooh. Not smart, my brain. Not smart. Here we go. The wife of a liquor merchant, when they first came to this town, she cared little for the desert, but over time has grown fond of the plentiful sunlight it affords. She still has a healthy distaste for the tavern, though. Weird choice in husband, then. Side quest time? There's a couple for sure side quests. Like, I know there's like a lizard man cave or something around here we can do. A woman who works in the town inn. Most days she has nary a moment to rest. So busy she is serving meals to soldiers and other customers. This merchant supplies many businesses and individuals with liquor. Although he loves his spirits, his fortitude is somewhat lacking, and he has forgotten many a night of debauchery and swimming in the oasis. Just the other day he managed to misplace all his money. Very bad luck for him. This man keeps the peace in a small black market that attracts many eccentric merchants. He finds the strange affection they harbor towards their wares somewhat disturbing and makes an effort to keep them at arm's length. Ooh, he might be one of the level 70s. No, I've killed him before. This must have been for Ulbricht's main story. Just got to establish your dominance in these friendly sparring matches. I think my spear's actually kind of shitty, all things considered. The sword's way stronger. Nice friendly duel, 32,000 damage. He's gonna level up again just because he doesn't have to share. He doesn't have to share in a challenge. Ooh. Glad I came in here. A merchant seeking to sell various wares in the black market. Although most have some manner of flaw or imperfection, even when pressed, he refuses to divulge any information regarding their origins. Thieving tips and tricks. I'll read it in here though. I'm guessing maybe I'll buy that. I'm guessing maybe Hanit could have come in here earlier. Maybe Hanit doesn't have a level limit. See if Earhart is around. Oh, right. The merchant who founded the black market, he has a fondness for certain goods others would refuse to sell, even if they're not officially contraband. It was this fondness which moved him to create a place where such items could be traded and appreciated by like-minded individuals. I really gotta start making some more money. I burned through so much of it. This merchant who sells his wares in the black market has no confidence whatsoever in his business acumen. It's for that very reason that he favors this venue, as the majority of the customers are rather less discerning than most. Spooky. Alright, yeah, let's see if Earhart's around. That's just a purple chest in there, so we don't need to challenge him. A conniving man who swindles naive townsfolk for a few leaves. Drunken soldiers and weak-willed gamblers are his favorite marks, as they're less likely to notice the myriad ways in which he manipulates games of chance. Yoink! A man who claims to be a traveling merchant. He stocks famous goods from other regions, but when asked exactly where he gets them from, all he does is smile. Well, that's creepy. A man of Wellspring. He moved to the town with his wife and daughter long ago when it was little more than a few homes clustered around an isolated oasis. Over time, he and the other residents helped build it into the prosperous settlement it is today. Now alone, he labors in service to the town in the memory of the loved ones he buried. Jesus. A once respected merchant with a silver tongue, which he used to great effect when striking deals. His words are said to have an almost hypnotic effect, and even the most stubborn trader would eventually acquiesce to his proposals. This might just be the luckiest day of your life. I've just gotten something really rare today. What is it? You want to write every detail down. It's... Ooh! Writer's block. That's for Gold Shore. Or, sorry, Grandport. Primeval Robe is okay. A guard of Wellspring, he admires his captain's capacity to stay and watch day and night and willingness to lead patrols as needed. However, he does take issue with the captain's love of liquor. Well, fuck you. People are allowed to have hobbies. A guard transferred from Marcelum. He respects his captain's ability to bring together soldiers from all across the land and mold them into a cohesive unit. However, he's somewhat concerned by the captain's habit of drinking to excess. Fuck you too. Jaguar Lance, that's old, outdated shit. Well, well, well. Will you sell me the sword? He will. I think I want to steal it, though. $84,000 is all my fucking money. A guard who serves under Captain Bale, a diligent man who follows rules to the letter. His contributions are valued by all. He has a habit of taking on too many responsibilities at once, which has led him to develop ulcers from stress. Poor guy. A guard sworn to protect the peace, who serves under Captain Bale. He respects the captain's ability to empathize with the less fortunate and those who have lost their way. That said, he's not sure how to feel about the captain's drinking habits. Would you guys get off his fucking back? Whoops. Sorry, fat guy. Get out. You can walk home. The captain of the Watch in Wellspring, a vibrant hub of trade. Many roads lead to the town situated by the Great Oasis, and so he must ever remain vigilant for danger, be it from wild beasts or villainous men. Got a bunch of nuts and some dragon scale. Boasting the title of Blazing Blade, he was once one of the strongest and most skilled knights of Hornburg. Though he's parted with the sword given him by the king, he considers the armor he wears a tried and true friend to him. Yeah, we'll swap it, Therian, because I don't want to pay $80,000 for a sword. I'm sure he won't take offense to Ulbrich robbing him. $53? I mean, 60 would be a much more comfortable chance to steal, but we might pull this off. We just gotta hope I don't spend more than $80,000 just trying to fucking rob him. Oh, I have to buy it. Well, fuck you. Now we really need more money. I didn't even see how big that discount is, but thank God it went off. How much stronger is that? 380 to, I mean, not a huge one, but augments physical abilities might actually make it more powerful than it appears in combat. There's a quest down here. What did this guy want? Oh, he wants the thing in the cave killed. Which we'll do. We're here. We're in the region. Still snow sugar. This fluffy snow white additive is derived from the essence of beets and dissolves easily into mixtures. Even a single pinch is enough to impart a mellow, flavorful sweetness. Culinarians use it as a secret ingredient in a wide variety of foods. I think this is the guy we convinced to like the beets. One of our scouts reported, yeah, huge serpent in the quicksand caves. Okay. Let's go do that. Just probably here somewhere. That's the dancing shrine. Lizardmen's den. Black market. Yeah, it's got to be somewhere on the road to Marcelum. Actually, who else uses a sword? She has Werner's sword now. Let's bump her up to Harald's. I see a cave on the mini-map. That should be it right there. Is this guy okay? How does he command that great serpent to do his bidding? I can't get another person involved. Huh. That must be the guy from the cave. Yep, the giant serpent's master. A scout who has suffered an unbelievable string of bad luck, so much so that whenever he tells his stories to people, they immediately assume he must be lying. This has only contributed to his general malaise. Oh wait, what's that protective ring? Ah, shit. That's junk. Dead end. Yeah, we kind of blew through this area because I was afraid to fight outside Wellspring on my first time through. Not anymore, though. This should actually be overkill. This is like a level 30 quest. Primrose is almost 69. That's the Dancer Shrine. Quite the alternate path to get to this cave. clobber these guys the old-fashioned way. Except for her. Hey, Justin. I have to remember to collect. Collect is actually kind of shit against these guys, though. They're so weak. Yeah, not even 1,000. She needs the skill that gives her double money. Now that I think about it. And I don't think she can afford it. Even with that 100 times JP, I don't think she can afford it. How much do you have to spare? 18,000? I think she can make it down, actually. But then I'll have to, like, juggle her job some more. Thief. I'm worried that double steal is actually the last one. I think it is. No, it's not. Well, we're already here. Insult to injury. I think that's the debuffs last an extra turn. Well, look at this. Snatch, so that's double collect. And then when I use... No, that means I might stab them when I attack. Let's just go with this one where I buff myself every time. Yeah, I guess we just need to give Tressa a bunch of skills in general because her passes are pretty shitty. It's got a mediocre selection. Alright, keep your eye out for underleveled bosses. You know, honestly, I don't think I even want the treasure in here. I think we just want to kill the boss and be on our way. I'll say that. There's a lot of dud treasures in this game. Because you'll just see so many times it's just a grape or shit for Alphen. Oh shit, they're not even red after that. Oops. Well, we just get to rob the one. That's a steal. Always looking for a bargain. Get the fuck out of here. I was gonna say Olbrich needs a plum, but he just leveled up. He needs first aid though. There we go. Now we can beat the wall. Hang on. Turn back into your actual job. I was so unsure what to do on her, she doesn't even have any accessories. I need her to see. Oops. That's just a shitty low-level boss. Let's go. Those fools. How dare they fire me? Me and my precious pet will show them how wrong they were to humiliate me like that. Huh? Who are you? Were you eavesdropping on me, you wretch? If you're planning to get in my way, then I'll simply take care of you first. Come to me, my pet. That generic bandit should be the one we kill. Uh-oh. Alright, well, first things first is to incite, apparently. Although now they won't wake up the others. He's buffing the snake. Oh, this is bad. Fucking sleepy snakes. Laid low by a snake that puts you to sleep when it burps on you. Holy shit. I didn't even generate... No, I generated BP, but I used it on... generated BP, but I used it on Incite, which doesn't help because he just fucking AoEs the party to sleep. Okay, we need to make the entire party immune to sleep because holy shit. He has 2 different sleepy moves. That's fucking embarrassing. Died to sleep. I'm pretty sure I have 4 sleepy accessories. Yeah, no, I have 2. How the fuck do I only have 2? Well, he needs 1 because he can rehabilitate, and then she needs 1 because she's going to be most of our damage. I only have 2 Wakeful Stones. What in goddamn... There's just never enough accessories. Well, now I don't want to rob you. You know what? He might actually get us again, so... No, that's Warrior. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, she still has Snatch on, and then, well, he didn't level up this time, so... There. Alright. Save it. Yeah, this guy would have been a real troublemaker if we came in here at 30. Starting out strong, I see. And she's asleep. Actually, I should have done it to Tressa because she can transfer Rune Rest. So it's not dark. We're just going to go through every spell here. Alright, he hates Axe. It's a shame. Tress is at the end of the turn and he's probably going to put us to sleep before then. So the snake hates light. Let's just send him to Dreamland. My sword's pretty tough. Yep, yes it is. Now can I collect? No, it's just, we'll go with light. Help kill the snake. Axe. And axe. Oh, she is the forbidden axe. Uh-oh. Alright. Sorry, dude. Maybe wind. All pirates hate wind. Oh, he's already fucked. Amputation. Yep, just put him to sleep. That guy definitely blindsided me. That's my fault. That's hubris. I wonder if the fight ended differently if I killed him first, but oh well. You're the one who came asking about the serpent. Don't tell me you defeated it. I never actually believed there was a giant serpent like that. I told you. Why didn't you believe me then? I should have. Forgive me? But you actually managed to bring that giant serpent down. I sure wasn't able to do it. You're strong, all right. There are 4 of me, so... This man's the one who was behind the giant serpent in the caves. What were you thinking, setting a creature like that loose? Who are you to criticize me? I'll have my revenge. Those filthy misers in the black market, I worked as a bodyguard to them for years, and they suddenly decide they've got no need for me anymore. Is that it? But now they'll learn better than to think they can get along without me. Now that I've got my serpent, I just killed it. That's why you brought that giant serpent here for revenge upon your former employers? That's right. I trained and trained to be able to bend that beast to my will. He's even more despicable than I thought. It's a good thing we caught him now. You really saved us from a spot of trouble here. The Transcendent Bow of Shadows. Man, why do the bows have dopey names? What do you got there? A sword. It's been used before. I have an augmented bow of the Falcon. Occasionally confuses target. That's actually got fucking some dumb stats for a level 35 boss. Or maybe he's not level 35. Maybe just in a dungeon where he shouldn't be. The Forbidden Bow is only 280. Whew. Actually, your bow's shit, so there you go. Makeshift axe? Put one on, young lady. God damn it. What is this? Oh no, you've put on. No, we want clubbing ones. The rune hatchet is good. The rune knife. No, the viper dagger. Scourge lance. Who took the master's spear? Tressa. What is this? Why do you have Werner's sword? Why is this not the best for optimize? Something's fucky. 400, 355, 52. The hatchet's shit. Who is the golden axe? What the fuck? Who took it? Yeah, I'll wear golden. I don't trust the hit rate on that forbidden axe. Alright. Another town saved. Have I done Everhold? I think that's the one where they're all actors, right? Yeah, there's the little theater in the back. Alright, Marcelum. $3,000. I wonder if I could just fast travel between towns with Tressa. No, it might need to be some sort of, like I have to do a battle first. This is Marcelim, yes, I know. Now living in Marcelim together with her husband, this woman once supported herself by working as a thief. She's never divulged this dark past to her husband and intends to take it with her to the grave. Okay. A man who lives with his son. As he spends most of his day working, he makes his son read books to fill the time he cannot look after him. Though he takes pride in being a father, he feels guilty they can't spend more time together. Oh well. I'll just take your invigorating nuts. Man, that's like a 50% discount. Thank you. Ah. No, I should be looking for the bartering NPC in this town before I do that. A representative over an organization that shall remain nameless. He came to this place to seek out an elderly gentleman who once led the aforementioned collective. His former associates very much desired said gentleman's prompt return, but upon seeing him living a quiet life with a certain woman, whose own checkered past is best left undisclosed, the representative decided it would be better to leave well enough alone and return home empty-handed. This member of the Knights Ardent has been dispatched to this region to observe and report with an eye toward assessing the faith of the populace, as Marcelim has no church of its own in which the sacred flame can be properly worshipped. Having spent most of his childhood around books, this young boy developed a passion for reading and now aspires to be a researcher. Though his studies have taught him many things, he has yet to discover a way to talk to his own father. A city of gold, that is what I think the person in the Adlerstam library wanted. A master swordsman who will fight courageously and without reservation to protect his master. He has no purpose nor desire but this. And you, guy that's looking to experience something. An aristocrat who has lived a life of absolute luxury, flaunting his wealth without reservation and wallowing in decadence. His family fell from grace when he was young, but he worked tirelessly to rebuild their estate, and in so doing earned the right to live his life as he pleases. I agree. The human wall. Oh, that's one of the guys from the tournament. Though this new recruit is still unbloodied, he has every intention of following in the footsteps of his superiors and becoming a career soldier. His earnest ambition sometimes leads him to try too hard and make mistakes as a result, but even so, the others regard him kindly. A woman who supports her husband, a brave knight who serves the realm. Worried that he works too hard, she does what she can to ease his burdens and help him relax when the opportunity arises. Okay. So, I don't think these are even hidden. I think this is just someone's stock. Hey, those are my plums. Ooh, a hidden item. A taciturn young man. He owes a great deal to the old man who lives in this house and remains by his side at all times, that he might eventually get beaten in a challenge. There we go. Oh, wait. No, you're one of the super tough ones, aren't you? No, it wasn't sword. Spear. Just a nice friendly sparring match. Goodbye, 44,000 damage. Oh, that might actually be boosted by Earhart's sword. That's a considerable increase in damage if that's the case. A fine fight that was, by the way. What the fuck? Oh no, a Therian chest. And I gotta beat up 2 people to get to it. This old man lives in Marcelim with his wife and child. Having spent most of his life alone, he believed he would live out the remainder of his days in solitude until one day he fell madly in love with a traveling dancing girl performing in the tavern and proposed to her after a whirlwind courtship. 69. How old is his wife? Oh, that's weird. When she first came to this town as an itinerant dancer, she immediately caught the eye of a local man who soon asked for her hand in marriage. She agreed, and the two later had a child and have been living happily ever since, despite the fact he's more than 40 years her senior. Goddamn right, Alphen. That's weird. This young boy mistakenly believes his own father is his grandfather. For whatever reason, no one has bothered to correct this misconception. I've never left this town, but I'd love to travel with my mother and grandfather. Do you ever wonder why your mother and grandfather wrestle sometimes? Well, I'll be on my way. Wait, purchase? I mean, Inferno Amulet's good, but you don't really fight people that do just one thing. Spirit Bow? No, it's a piece of shit. It's a lot of pomegranates. That must be the secret to being so virile. I need to come back with Therian and hope that it doesn't reset the guy at the door. You liked it better when you didn't know the backstory? That's on you. That's on you for not inquiring. That's not a me problem. Okay, good. Oh, she's tough. You want to challenge me? I can't disappoint my child. Somebody else that's weak to... Are you using bows in the house? Jesus, woman. We're fucking indoors. Gonna break a fucking pot or something. Just a nice friendly duel. Casual. 28,000 damage. Yeah, she was tougher than the other guy. 71. I don't think you would... I don't see any reason to ever take Ulbrich out of the party. Get out of my way. A spear? What the fuck? Waste my time with that shit. A spirit bow? Really? How dare you, frankly? How dare you? Travel banter? Is this about the bow? Hey, Tressa, something the matter? Looks like you've got a lot on your mind. Well, there was a man sitting over there, right? Right. He seemed awfully cold with that cloak wrapped so tightly around him. Exactly. He was clinging onto that cloak for dear life. So I was just thinking, if you needed to get him to take off the cloak, how would you do it? A riddle, is it? I'd challenge him to a duel. Should he accept, he would naturally remove the cloak of his own choosing. I suppose that's fine if you've got a big sword and don't mind getting into a fight. Haha, she's right there. You can't go pushing your weight around and bullying people to fight you all the time. But we just did twice. What would you do? Simple. I'd make friends with the fella. Share a mug of mead, tell a few jokes, and then ask him to take off the cloak. How very like you, Alphen. It's easy to get people to trust you when it's your job to cure them. And you, Ophelia, how would you do it? Me? Oh, well, I don't know. Perhaps I'd take him somewhere nice and warm. After all, I wouldn't want him to take it off if he was cold without it. Ha, now ain't that just like Ophelia? I guess he'd be more willing to listen to a request from someone so considerate. You know, I'm learning a lot here. I suppose you'd offer to buy the cloak, right, Tressa? You got that right, except that cloak happens to be a collector's piece. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't part with it willingly. But thanks to you, I know just what to do. I'll challenge him to a fight, befriend him, and then take him somewhere nice and warm. If that doesn't do the trick, I don't know what will. What the fuck? Hey, we should go fight after a drink, and then in the sun. Oh, what a weird kid. I'm gonna sleep, though. Hello. This elderly woman of Marcelem has lived here for many years, keeping a close watch on the town and its residents. She's respected for the wealth of knowledge she possesses regarding various troubles the people were forced to contend with in the past, be it monsters or men. That's the entrance to the palace. Wow, I wish I was smart like you. Born with beauty and grace, this charming woman has gained much on her journey and has come to learn of both the good and bad in the Sunlands. Right, she wanted me to spy on that chieftain. Keeping a close watch over the palace gates, this guard glares suspiciously at all who would pass. King Kaleem has decreed that the entrance to the palace be kept open at all times, meaning that people from all walks of life may pass through it. As a result, he can do little else but attempt to look intimidating. This Gowler of Marcelin Palace also serves as the executioner, and so he has a black reputation among the bandits and cutthroats throughout the land. However, he is actually a man of great compassion, who listens patiently to the final words of those prisoners condemned to death. Oh. That's the guy who's a crybaby, went to go see his mom, a distinguished knight who serves the realm. Wounded by his mother's harsh words more than 10 years ago, he worked hard to better himself. He hopes not only that he's accomplished enough to earn her respect, but that he can provide for her and give her a good life. I think I found the person you're looking for, right? Lara? God damn it. Layla, I think, is the person I found. Nope, Lara's new life. Right, here we go. Thank God. Think she was in Randport? You found Lara? Please, you must tell me everything. Well, I think she had a husband and a dog. So she did. Got married and even went and had a kid, huh? Apparently. Of course she did. A woman like that gets snatched up in no time. She had no reason to hang around waiting for a fool who's thrown away everything. I was a weak man. Once I strayed off the path of what's right and good, couldn't seem to find my way back to it. I was once a guardsman in a certain town, but I had a problem with taking wagers I couldn't win. Ended up in debt and eventually right here. I was out of control. I even lost myself, Lara. Sorry, I lost myself, Lara. And all she ever did was worry over me. No, I didn't lose her. I ran away and left her. And all I did from the day I left her was get deeper and deeper into trouble. Well, this is a sad one. Time to die, Kevin. Yeah, I know. Don't ever become like me. Regret always comes too late. But, you know, I'm glad I at least got to find out about Lara. I'm glad I can meet my end knowing that she's happy. Thank you. And then his head got cut off. What a delightful ending. We did it, everybody. Bust out the acoustic guitar. Don't mind me. Someone told me about this. I don't understand how this works. It's like, yeah, I'm a guard. I work because I'm trying to provide for my mother in Orwell. Also, I saw a plum over in the kitchen, just FYI. Good work, Alphen. Some visiting dignitaries. Where's that guy supposed to spy on this one? A chieftain who deplores not being chosen as king at the Great Assembly. He rules his tribe with an iron fist, forcing his people to bend to his will. What a dick. Turn that information over. Until quite recently, this guard of Marcelem served in Wellspring. Before that, he worked as a sentry at a border crossing, and before that, as a soldier in a reconnaissance force. It should come as no surprise that he's already growing bored of his newest posting and is considering requesting yet another transfer. A man with a strong moral code, he decided to serve as a guard of Marcelem, that it might give him the opportunity to punish the wicked and protect the righteous. The impending birth of his first child has only further strengthened his dedication to this duty. There's an item somewhere. 2 items. Odds and ends. While I have your ear, Alphen, I think I saw a button and some pocket lint in one of the prison cells. Oh, thank you, friend. Arigato. I have the schedule. I hope she's not going to assassinate him. So the chief frequents such a place? Seems we might still be in time to catch him there. Would you perhaps consider coming with me? Oh. Excuse me, sir. Do I have the pleasure of speaking with the Chief of Sunshade? Who are you to interrupt me when I'm at my leisure, you? Huh. Your Highness. Huh? Please forgive me for not introducing myself sooner, sir. I am Gloria, daughter to King Kaleem. Though at present I am as a traveler and nothing more. You're a trouble to your guards, doubtless. Did you sneak off alone, undertake this journey, hoping to disguise your identity? So I did. It's been a good journey, and I've learned much while visiting the desert towns. I've learned, for example, of your scandalous behavior here. Scandalous? What proof do you have of any such thing? I have all the proof that I should need in this letter. I trust that it looks familiar to you? You audacious, overstepping chit of a girl. No, you don't. Out of my way, you lowlifes. Don't you know who I am? No, you're the one who should cease this shameless act, sir. Ugh. Utilizing the pleasure quarter to launder money, bribing others to your own advantage, and using people as though they were no more than slaves. This is too much to overlook, sir. I'll be taking this evidence to my father. I hope you're prepared for what's to come. When I was not chosen as king at the Great Assembly, it was such a shock, and if that was the case, all that you should have done is wait for the next Great Assembly. The Great Assembly is not held in secret. All you had to do was come and plead your case before the assembled chiefs. It's not simple as you make it out to be. If it were so, I wouldn't have needed to resort to such things. And then he's going to get assassinated. A lot of dead people in Marcelum. I've been traveling the desert to find proof of the chief's actions. But it was largely thanks to your assistance that I was able to succeed. I'll never forget this journey, or you. Getting to know kind people like you has been the greatest joy I've discovered on my journey. Thank you. Huh. No carefree music there. A princess's coat. I have girls in my party. What a piece of shit. No, actually, this is better. 121, 136. Not much better, but pretty princess dress up. Why not? Still don't know what would impress this guy. What do I have? Do I have anything? Nope, I haven't found anything for you yet. A hidden item, though. I think that's the end of Ria's story. We're off to the Riverlands next. Actually, if there's new stuff for sale, it might be in the weapon shop, which it should be. I think that was a high-level challenge we had to do. Probably. Now we sell copper daggers. Oh, boy. Yep, just a bunch of garbage. Primrose can fight with a bow? I mean, I can give it to her. Up that elemental attack, although I don't think it matters. It must, though, because how else would you get to 999 in attack, right? It must somehow scale off every weapon you're wearing. Well, next stop, I'm pretty sure we inquired everybody in Clearbrook, but okay. A steel axe. This is not for sale. Okay, suit yourself. Yeah, this is Alphin's hometown. Of course he inquired everybody. Except her, apparently. The doting granddaughter of an ailing old man who traveled the world in his youth. Ever since she was a child, she has admired her grandfather, whose exploits she endeavors to record as she cares for him in the final years of his life. You're the grandfather that we brought here. An elderly widower who embarked on a journey to meet his grandson. Alas, owing to his terrible sense of direction, he lost his way time and time again. After a long year of travel, he finally reached his destination and shared with his grandson many tales of the trials and tribulations he faced. I had the apothecary look at me legs. Friendly fellow and proper helpful, too. Now mayhap I can keep up with me grandson again. Ho ho. I don't want that. A spirited and sociable young resident of Clearbrook, despite his perennial frown and endless string of complaints about his fellow villagers, it's no secret that in truth he cares quite deeply about one and all. Nice chatting with you. Should I challenge my way in there? I think that's a little too evil. A loving mother who cares for her daughter more than anything in the world. She's always there to encourage Meryl whenever she loses heart. I think Meryl's back in town now. It's a fine summer's day, is it not? Going to wash my laundry in the river and then hanging it to dry in the sun. Then I'll dig out some weeds from the garden and help Mother cook the dinner. What a busy life I lead. A woman whose journey to find her birth mother is finally over. Her final words live on in her heart as she is determined to keep her promise to be happy. A silver axe, which I don't care about. You there, child. I've inquired. Can I seduce you, old woman? Ooh, 11% chance. Wouldn't you care to spend a little time with me? I'm into dudes. Piss off. Okay. A woman who once traveled the realm, teaching poor children. She helped her students improve their strengths and weaknesses and encouraged them to know... Hang on, are you the professor? Oh! You're the guy in Whisper Mill. You're as cute as they come. You need my help with something? Let's finish that one off right now. These side quests are definitely terrible for a person like me with a horrible memory. What's wrong? Why does your head hang so low? Oh! It cannot be, Professor Bastet. Is that truly you? It's been a long time, my boy. How are you, young Horatio? It's hard to believe that the scruffy troublemaker grew into such a fine man. Professor Bastet taught me for free when I was a poor child with nothing. She's the reason I went into teaching myself. She was all I ever had to look up to. She's the one who inspired me to think that this could ever become a world where even the poorest children would have a chance to learn. My, you've truly become a great man. Yet the children, they won't listen to me. No matter how much energy I pour into my lessons, they don't seem moved. But all I'm trying to do is teach them. All I'm trying to make them remember is true knowledge. I don't know what to do any longer. Young Horatio, perhaps I'm mistaken, but are you trying to force the children to learn? What? If you apply force, you'll be met with resistance. That's human nature. Classes are a time for both students and teachers to learn. To learn together. I learned from you when you were just a young thing. What you taught me, with your eyes sparkling brightly at the thought of learning, was how important it was to be honest with oneself. Professor. Be open to what your pupils can teach you, and you may find they're open to what you can teach them. Oh! Thank you, Professor, for yet another valuable lesson. I'm glad to see that you're as earnest as you ever were, my lad. This is the end of my journey, at least for a time. I'll stay here until I can make a go of things with the children of this village. Things you don't want to read without context. I'll stay here until I can have a go with the kids. I have to learn all that I can from the children here. Thank you for everything you've done for me till now. A teacher's hat and an invigorating nut. There's much you can learn from the things that children say. The path of learning has no end. Do I want that hat? It's got some defense on it. Of the elemental kind, but not the physical kind. Alright. Very glad we stopped in Clearbrook. Still haven't found something to impress that old man in Marcelum. Inquire? Inquire. Alright. Off to Saints Bridge. He lives together with his younger brother, Nate, and is happy to see his normally withdrawn brother happy again after making some new friends. However, he secretly believes there must be some other reason for his brother's happiness due to the sudden and abrupt change in behavior. A mercenary who once served a noble house, embroiled on their behalf in a conflict wherein he lost many comrades. He still harbors a grudge against them, but is resolved to carry on his life. He was the guy that knew Meryl's mother. A man who worries over anything and everything. His fears include, but are not limited to, disgruntled neighbors, gangs of roving bandits, hordes of ravenous monsters, various natural disasters, otherworldly beings dwelling deep within the earth, whether or not it will rain on the morrow, the ephemeral nature of existence, that sinister-looking kid surely plotting to kill him. Okay, see ya. An old man living out his remaining years in this town. He was quite active in his younger days when he trained the townsfolk and his granddaughter in basic self-defense. However, he's no longer physically capable of leading such sessions, which has led him to feel as though he's devoid of purpose. The Rivara Woods to the west of town are also known as the Lost Woods. It's not a place to go trapezing for fun. If you lose your bearings in there, you'll never find your way out. Well, let's see how tough you are. Looks like I'm going to have to show you just how tough old colleges can be. You're going to get the shit kicked out of you. I think because the Earhart Sword augments attack, that makes Brand's Thunder really strong now. Because just in case that buff doesn't affect my other weapon types, definitely buffs Brand's Thunder. Shame I can't go into the woods. Oh, it's for Alphen. We might do let's do Alphen's chapter while we're here. The younger brother of a landscape artist. Even when at the mercy of their father's violence, his older brother continued to pursue his passion of painting, and now he wishes for nothing more than to be by his brother's side and see him happy. I think that's someone was looking for a painting from Landscape Guy. A bully who picks on the other children of Saintsbridge. Though he seems to take pleasure in playing tricks on others, deep down he only wants to be liked by everyone. Well, good luck with that, asshole. A forlorn father who looks after his son Daryl. He sees much of his wife in him, whom he has watched grow from a boy into a young man. Perhaps it's for this reason that he strives to keep some distance between them. This is his wife. A young man born and raised in this town, he regrets his misspent youth, which he himself has likened to water flowing aimlessly, wherever the current takes it. This may be why he frequently pauses atop the bridge to reflect on life, or it may be his reluctance to go to work. You fucking rascal. A scholar who keeps a close eye on the local water supply. He does so to ensure that those who live nearby will not again fall prey to a sickness, which was once spread via the river. A sickness that claimed his wife years ago. That must be for Alphen. A strong and energetic young boy whose outgoing nature has made him many friends. His willingness to defend others, even at risk to himself, is of constant concern to his father, who has scolded him several times for this reckless selflessness. Should become a Knight's Ardent. A young boy who lives in this town. He was raised by calm and gentle parents. He shares their compassion for the downtrodden and often feeds stray cats and brings flowers to friends who have fallen ill. He is well liked by many due to his boundless kindness. A boy who was quiet and shy until about a year ago when he met Emil and Daryl. The pair inspired him to become more adventurous and outgoing, and those who have not seen him in a while would surely be surprised by how much he's changed. Well, good for you. Ladies? An elderly widow who lives a quiet life of solitude. Never one for social gatherings, she had no one with whom to talk to after her husband died. However, she recently met another older woman while taking a walk, and the two have since become good friends. Well, good for you. An old woman who's lived in this town for many years, a stubborn curmudgeon. She is slow to place her trust in others and even slower to express her feelings. Though grateful to have a dear friend who accepts her for who she is, she will likely never admit it as much. My back's seen better days. There's nothing better than being with friends. Where's Landscape Guy? This young woman lives with her grandfather, who despite once being strong and healthy, has grown frail with age. Although it saddens her to see him like this, she has nevertheless resolved to look after him for his remaining years. There's talk of a giant wolf in the forest. I killed it. That was several chapters ago, you idiot. Oh, these are both my party members. See ya. This knight left his parents and his home to serve in a faraway land. In his youth, he strayed from the path after his father warned him of the dangers of the sacred flame, but came to realize that such was spoken only out of fear for his well-being and embraced the teachings once more. A hidden item. This man serves the Church of the Sacred Flame and is the son of Bishop Bartolo. He handles many of the day-to-day duties on behalf of his aging father. Although the two do not speak much, it is not due to any animosity, but rather because they know each other so well that words are unnecessary. Huh. A gentle and well-mannered priest who is beloved by many. Though he greets the common folk with a smile, he shows no mercy to sinners, and will not hesitate to take measures to ensure that they are brought to swift and furious justice. Oh. Oh my. That's the guy I beat up? A man who once traveled the realm as a member of a theater troupe until a petty dispute forced all to go their separate ways and left him without a means to make a living. Though he used his talents for evil for a time, he changed his ways and now labors at the cathedral under the watchful gaze of a certain priest. He's yet to miss a day of work. Oh shit. I think I might have been able to solve another quest if I didn't beat him up. No, I had to confront him, didn't I? Yoink. Does my weapon interest you? No. Hang on, I don't even want to read this. I want to hear that dopey noise he makes. Oh. Alright, enough of that. This man visits the cathedral every day to beseech the gods for absolution, for forgiveness for the countless men and women he cut down in the war of yesteryear. He also offers prayers for the comrades he couldn't save. Oh. The bishop of the town's cathedral, he renounced marriage and instead adopted a young boy as his own son many years ago. Despite not being related by blood, the two formed an unbreakable bond with their shared love of the sacred flame. Little capitalism, maybe? A battle-tested staff. Oh. 399 elemental attack. I think I have a better one. I don't. That's tempting. I'm very poor, though, so... I think that's everything. Let's do Chapter 3 Alf. You arrive in Saintsbridge to see a man and an apothecary speaking. Whether this meeting augurs good fortune or ill remains to be seen. As of right now. The story so far. The deadly disease that plagued Goldshore. In the end, it was but the trickery of Vanessa, that bitch. A depraved quack who enriched herself at her patient's expense. But Alphen put an end to her villainy, and headed to healed the people out of kindness. You were always my hero, an unreachable ideal. But heck if I ain't getting closer by the day. Having eased the pain and suffering of one town, Alphen strode into Saintsbridge with newfound confidence. Little did he know what awaited him there. I mean, we've got some levels. There's just a super muscly level 70 warrior. I think we'll be fine, Alphen. Can you spare a scrap of food for a poor soul? As you can see, this nick's left me too injured to stand. Show it to me. The wound festers. If it isn't treated, you'll be dead before the next sunrise. You one of them apothecaries, is that it? What's it to you? Bloody hells. But the gods smile on me. Treat my wound, and you can name your price. Before that, answer me one thing. Ask me anything. Afraid you're out of luck, friend. Your life isn't worth saving. Wait, have some mercy. You can't just leave a man to die. Sure I can. See ya. Good lord, that sounded like an ethical dilemma up here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You're an apothecary, ain't you? How can you leave a man you examined to suffer? Who the hell are you? Name's Alphen. Freelance apothecary. Despite appearances, I'm a traveling apothecary. A fellow druggist, is it? Well, listen up. I'm a free man with the right to choose my patients. What's that supposed to mean? It means just what I said. Some lives aren't worth saving. Ugh! Later. I think he might be up to no good because his outfit is all black and his hair is black. Who does that jackass think he is? You're an apothecary too, you said? Sure am, and one who doesn't discriminate when it comes to those in need. Let me see that wound. Much obliged. You're lucky I showed up when I did. There, that should give you a fighting chance. But you ain't out of the woods yet. You'll need plenty of rest till it heals up. Here, lean on me. You're far too kind. Thank you. The name's Alphen. Just doing my job. Thanks, Alphen. I'm Miguel. You really saved me. Don't mention it. You just rest up now, okay? I'll check in on you later with some victuals. I hear the grapes around these parts make for good eating. Better for drinking if you catch my meaning. No alcohol. We can raise a glass once you're all healed up, though. Deal? Aye, Alphen. I'd like that. Now there's a friendly enough guy. Ooh, my tum-tum. Can't mix medicine on an empty stomach, can we? Let's go hit the tavern. Oh. Why, I never. How can he just leave that poor man to die? You can say that again. A man who turns his back on the sick and suffering has no right to call himself an apothecary. If only more people could be like you. You know, we merchants have a saying, when you help a traveler in need, accept no coin in return. What? Not even merchants set a price when it comes to helping people in trouble. Well, I'll be. You merchants are more charitable than you let on. So if you ever need, you know where to find me. Much appreciated. Let's go get drunk. Because we're not sick. It's that guy in the barn. That evil guy's probably going to be there. There he is. No, that's the barkeep. Sorry. They have black hair. They must be the devil. What's all the hubbub? What happened here? My son, he just collapsed. I sent for help, but oh, look at him. He's dying. There's an apothecary in the house. Let me see him at once. Truly? Doesn't seem to be a case of food poisoning. But then what could it be? Does your son suffer from any afflictions or ailments, ma'am?
いえ
No, at least none that I know of.
くそ
Damn it all. Think, Alfred. Think.
失礼する
Where's the patient?
ん
Huh? You're that sham from before.
君か
You again. As for whether or not I'm a sham, you can judge for yourself. I see. Seems to be a paroxysm of sorts, doubtless brought on by something he ate.
ああ
Sweet peas are known to cause this reaction in some people. Here, this should set things right.
ほう
Well, I'll be. Where am I? By the gods. Timothy, you're all right. Oh, sir, I've not the words to thank you.
礼には及ばん
It's nothing, if you'll excuse me.
私は王
The name's Ogun, traveling apothecary. And I trust you've learned not to judge a man before you know him. Whew.
くそ
Well, shucks. Never seen a sham as good as that.
よっしゃ
But I can't let that shake me. Alrighty, let's see who else around here's in need. Well, we have a 50% cure rate. Good work, Alphen. A scholar who keeps a close eye on the local water. Tidings of elderly friends.
ありがとな
So those two grandmas haven't been around lately. I should check and make sure they're not sick in bed. Who needs help from a whippersnapper? Okay, fuck you. Old woman to the southeast. What?
ありがとう
Thank you, dear boy. Finally, I can go visit my best friend again. Oh, she's probably hurt her back. The southeast. No, apparently not. What the fuck? Old woman, what the fuck?
ありがと
Those are backwards. Oh, she's sick too, but she won't admit
うよ
it.
し
And there we go. That should have you feeling better, ma'am.
ありがとう
Thank you, dearie.
へへ
Don't mention it. Make sure to keep warm, okay?
え
I will. Thank heavens I can finally go grape picking again.
Oh.
Grapes?
なあ
Speaking of grapes, do you know where I could find myself a good bottle of wine?
へへ
I promised my new friend Miguel we'd share a toast, you see, and...
あ
Ugh!
Hmm?
Is everything alright, ma'am?
なんてこった
You're friends with Miguel, that rotten no-good thief? Thief?
うん
You heard me. That's not all. Rumor even has it he killed a man. I heard he slipped into one of the local estates, and when the butler found him, Miguel stabbed the poor man to death. The local militia has been searching for him ever since, but they can't find hide nor hair of him. He's a drifter and a vagrant. If you know what's best for you, you'll find yourself a new friend. Huh. So we meet again. Sorry, no time to chat. I have a patient waiting. Surely you don't mean to save that scoundrel's life.
人だと
So you knew. I did. He claimed to be a humble farmer, but the dagger concealed behind his cloak told me otherwise. There was far more blood on him than that from his wound. Nor did his nervous flickering eyes do him any favors. No, it was clear why he hadn't sought treatment for his wound. He's a man on the run. Still. Because someone's a thief, that means you leave him to die? I said it once and I'll say it again. Some lives are worth saving, others, not so much. Bollocks. We're apothecaries, not gods. It ain't our place to judge. We have a duty to help anyone who needs us. Am I wrong? Yes. Show me one of your tonics.
Huh?
Why should I do that? Call it curiosity. I want to see your skills for myself. If you insist, here. Looking's free. It's unrefined, but adequate. Made with talent and confidence. Hear me, Elfin. I can see the passion in your eyes, so I'll not mince words. Let that man die. You can't. Dead serious. Before you act, ask yourself what it truly means to save a man's life. Especially the life of a killer. I've revived Ulbrich several times. He's killed the shit out of people. I should go back and check up on him. Okay. Travel banter. What's the matter, Primrose? That apothecary, Ogun. His eyes are just like mine. Are you kidding me? Yours are 100 times more stunning, if you don't mind me saying. Thank you, but that wasn't quite what I meant. You see, in my work, I've met the gaze of many a man, and I've learned their eyes speak more truth than their tongues. You don't say. So what did Ogun's eyes say to you? That his heart is filled with pain. Okay.
Yo.
Hey, Miguel.
Nah.
My wound, it stings something terrible.
どれ
Let me take a look.
まさか
Tarnation, it's worse than I thought. At this rate, his life is...
なあ
How's it look? Tell me I'm going to survive.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you sure will. The sting's how you can tell the salve's working.
そうかい
I see.
うん
I'll just need to give you some stronger medicine.
よし
You just hold on, okay? We'll have you on your feet again and...
自らの手に問うのだな人の命を救うその意味を
Oh, right.
悪人の命ならなおさらな
Might need to give him a special bleach tonic. What's the matter, Alphin? Is it worse than you thought? I heard folks talking about you, Miguel. Saying you're a thief and a murderer. Murderer, bollocks. I was framed, I tell you.
おい
By Ogun, maybe. Tell me the truth, Miguel. I can't help you unless you do.
くさ
You got me, Alphin. I'm a rotten thief. But hear me out. I had no choice. I needed the coin.
あ
Enough to take a man's life? Forgive me, I beg of you. I got 3 brats to feed back home. They'd go starving if not for me. They weren't always like this, Alphen. I used to be a mercenary, and a good one at that. But things happened, and the work don't come like it used to, and so I... Come clean with me, Alphen. I'm dying, ain't I? I know my body ain't better than anyone. You've got to help me. I beg of you.
Oh,
Starting this moment, you're a new man. Huh?
いいか
I am saying that I'll help you on one condition. No more thieving here. Why, of course. You have my word. Believe me, I feel worse than anyone but the terrible deeds I've done. Alphen.
わかった
Thief or no, I can't leave a man to suffer. That's just not who I am. All right, Miguel, I trust you.
よっしゃ
Hold tight, and I'll fix you up right as rain.
悪いな
Thank you, Alphen. You're too kind for a man like me. And so Alphen toiled until the wee hours of the night, tending to Miguel's wounds as best he could. Until finally, in the end... We gave him a wakeful stone, though.
Hmm?
Shucks, must have been more tired than I thought. Knowing Miguel's over the hump, I can finally breathe easy. Wait.
Hmm?
Speaking of the man, I wonder where he's run off to. I bet it's the dungeon. Nope. I said stand back, or I'll slit your brat's scrawny throat. No, not my Timothy. Please, no. Then you know what to do, don't you? Hand over all you've got.
そんな
I'll give you anything. Just wait for my husband to return and... Are you daft, you bloody whore? You think I have the luxury of waiting here all day? Now hand it over before... Wait! Bugger me. Bring every leaf you own to the Riviera Woods by sundown, else you'll never see the brat again. Why, that completely unreformed bandit looked just like Miguel. Gods have mercy.
なんてこった
Are you alright? What happened here? Looks like we're gonna have to do some amputation. Miguel? It couldn't be. Oh, but it is. That terrible man took my poor Timothy. Well, shucks. The child might die. Oh, darn. Whatever am I to do?
よし
You just wait here, ma'am. I'll go after your boy. Now, which way did he go? He said, come to the woods. The River Woods, west of town.
おう
Got it. I'll have little Timothy back in no time. Miguel,
ちくしょう
I was a damn fool for trusting you. I'm not very impressed with the naming conventions this time. What should we call our town? Oh, bridge. What should we call that forest? River. Riverwoods. God's damn it all. Steady now, Alphen. Steady now? I trusted him, that brazen-faced brute. I say again, steady, my friend. Our first priority is the child. Am I not right? You are. Sorry, sometimes my emotions get the better of me. You need not be sorry. In times like this, we must help one another. I have no doubt that one day it'll be my turn to call upon you for wisdom and perspective. Fair enough, and thanks. I don't think we did ask for Alphen's help when we finished Old Brick. Level 32. Let's hope this fucking boss doesn't put us to sleep. And then we'll be fine. Now, if I was the boss, well, the mini-map tells me where he is. Don't need this chump treasure, so let's just power right over to him. How can you get lost in this forest? There's a fucking road. Miguel. Alphen. Fancy meeting you here. Ow. The brat wouldn't shut up, so I stuck him one to give him something to really cry about. You low-down pile of filth. Move aside and let me see the boy's wound. Not another bleeding step. As pleased as I'd be to see you fix up me golden goose. Something tells me you're just gonna up and sneak away with it. The boy could die. And what of it if he does? I've got 4 mouths to feed back home. I thought it was 3. Whoops. I should learn to keep me stories straight. You actually believed I had a bloody family? I don't even know where my next meal's coming from. You're so sodden gullible it almost moves me to tears. But I owe you one, Alphen. Thanks to you, I'm able to get back to honest work. I don't think this guy's on the level. If he has that animation, I don't think this guy's on the level. We'll just have to perform a little field surgery. I give. This is my fault for fixing you. But that's why I'm going to set things right, by my own hand. Step aside, Miguel. Sure that's smart, Alphen? I stretch the truth from time to time, but I wasn't lying about being a mercenary. Miguel Twin Spears has killed 100 men if he's killed a dozen. Soldiers, mind you, not mollycoddles toting a bag full of weeds. None of your potions or bandages will patch you up when I'm done with you. Gah! Actually, I think they will. Afraid you picked a fight with the wrong man. I literally have someone that fought in a tournament recently. Fired. I want to poison him. There you go, breathe in. You cocky little shit. Did he even get to act? Because he's already in fucking dreamland. Oh. Give Old Brick a... Well, I'll have Tressa do it. There's something he hates. I just gotta find it. I used to be a pretty good mercenary. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Gurk. I just stabbed him right in the bandaged part. The bleeding. Not this again. Ugh. Are you okay? Thank the gods he's still breathing. Sit tight now. That should do for now. But there ain't no time to waste. Need to get him someplace dry and treat the wound properly. Miguel, you piece of shit. After all that hubbub, you died really quick. A few days later. Oh, Timothy, bless me. My dearest Timothy, I promise I'll never let you go ever again. Oh, bother. Gonna have an overprotective mother now. What is it, my boy? Who was that man who saved me? The name's Alphen, drug maker. Bandit buster.
Yo.
So you leaving this place?
そうだ。
Those who were sick are now well. My work here is done. Let me ask you something.
いいだろ
Make it quick.
う。俺は
By saving a robber's life, I put an innocent boys in danger. And in the end, I gave in, did what I had to, and bloodied my own hands. If I had to do it over, what could I have done different?
俺は
Was I too naive to do what I did? My mind goes in circles, and I still can't find the answer. Life is nothing but a series of choices. Our job's the same. We have to decide what's worth keeping and what should be thrown away. You made a poor choice. It's that simple. There was a time when I was as indiscriminate as you.
もう10
It was 10 years ago when I started practicing my craft.
私が妻と
I was living with my wife in a tiny village. That looks like Northreach.
ある日
One day, a wanted criminal came to our home.
罪人がやってきた。彼は追っており
He'd evaded his captors, but at great cost. His wounds were dire.
私は罪人
I knew what he
を
was, and still I took him into my home and tended to him.
どんな人間で
I believed, much like you do, that every life was worth
使
saving.
命だと信じ彼の容体は
With each passing day, his condition improved.
私は自らの
I was filled with pride for my skills and joy for my patient's recovery.
だがそ
Then one day, I went off to the woods to gather ingredients for a
必要な
potion.
材料を取りに妻が
I returned to find my wife on the floor, unrecognizable,
そこにいた
in a pool of her own blood. Who would fucking do that? Thanks for the help. I'm gonna kill your wife when you're not here. Even Hitler wouldn't do that. Oh my god.
私は認めざるを
I had no choice but to accept the truth.
生かすべきでない
I saved the wrong life.
してしまったのだとそれから私は
I left my village behind and wandered from town to town.
そして
Ever since then, I treat only those I choose to treat
救うべき価
and
値
save only those lives that deserve to be saved.
その両手
Those hands of yours can
よ
shape
く
the
考
world.
えて使うこと
Think before you use them. See ya.
かつて
There was another who practiced his craft the way you do. My mentor. Wait. Not going to tell me where he is, are you?
わかんない
I just don't know.
俺にはまだわかんない
I still don't have the answer.
なあ
What would you have done?
教えてくれねえか
If you're out there, can you send me some kind of message?
なあ
Anything at all. And so Alphen left Saints Bridge behind, his heart once brimming with confidence, weighing heavy and hollow in his chest. Was I wrong to believe what I believed? What would you have done? He called out to the man who once saved him, but to no avail. His steps unsure, he set out for Orwell in the Clifflands for some reason. That works out, because we have to go inquire there, so we'll probably finish Alphen tonight. I have to go to the bathroom right now, actually. So yeah, Riverford, inquire everybody there, and then we'll finish Alphen, and then inquire Quarry Crest and Boulder Fall, and then we've inquired every fucking town, finally. What's that island all about? Little volcano there. But a little break before we get back into our inquiring spree. Okay. What do you got for me, fellas? A soldier who follows his lord's orders without question. Every day he stands at attention for the full duration of his watch, in the hope that he'll be evaluated more highly than the guard who stands beside him. A soldier who follows his lord's orders without question. Every day... Oh. Can't inquire you. This former member of the Resistance now spends his days working alongside Harald and using his organizational skills to help facilitate the town's reconstruction. Yoink. Can I inquire you, quest giver? I can. A woman in the employ of Sir Cervantes. She has served his family since he was no more than a child and cannot help but think of him as a younger brother. His boundless recklessness is a constant source of worry. Sir Cervantes. I remember that from somewhere. This merchant visits Riverford on a regular basis, making his own small contribution to the ongoing recovery of the town's economy by buying and selling his goods here. What goods? With that lord gone, this town's back to its old self again. The new lord's mansion is up ahead. Oh yeah, because it shouldn't be a dungeon anymore. Actually, no, I think it is still a dungeon. This old man originally served as a butler in the lord's manor, but lost his position when the lord was overthrown. He has since taken over the duties of the gardener and works tirelessly every day to carry them out. Yeah, Sir Cervantes. Where the fuck did he go? Because that's not the guy that went across the ocean. That's Lamon. And I don't think Cervantes was the guy on the bridge in Noble Court. Who the fuck is it then? Head east down this road to get the residential district. Shut up. Move along quickly. Shut up. Blessed with an unbending will, this soldier survived the most trying of times, from when the river flooded to when the fire ravaged the town and when the lord was overthrown. In the face of these hardships, he remembered the words of his dead mother. So long as the spirit endures, all else can be rebuilt. Let me in. Physical degradation? You're just a fatty, fat fatty. That hurt my feelings. I'm in the best shape of my life. The best shape of my life. This is it? A jam? I think he was another high-level challenge. A self-appointed leader of the downtrodden in Riverford, she looks after the poor, the persecuted, and others who various misfortunes have laid them low. For her kindness and wisdom, she is widely respected, and even the soldiers will acquiesce to her demands. Challenge with ease. Ooh, look at your little hat. The man with the red hat. Oh, right, because he's going to be doing the distraction. No, man with the red hat. He's the one that can fight? This former member of the Resistance now spends his days working to rebuild the town alongside Harald and Reggie. I can't forget that stake, nor what tragedies befell this place. A ruthless soldier willing to do whatever it takes to seize riches and glory, he didn't hesitate to betray his former lord the moment the man's grip on power weakened. And he has also accumulated a wealth of knowledge on his fellow guards and manor servants that he might pressure them into doing his bidding. Let me in. Oh, we're gonna have to kill him the old-fashioned way. Very quickly, apparently. Oh yeah, he's a little baby. 100 XP. Get out of the way, baby. That's where Meryl's mother was from. A kind-hearted and friendly resident of Riverford who wishes to help whenever she can. She worries for the woman next door and goes to visit her every day. She's dead now. Under the previous lord, fear drove me to despair. Finally, I can live in peace. Let me in. Finally, I can live in peace. Open the fucking door, or else. Guy's actually tougher than he looks. Yep, 2000. That was a tough guy duel. A fine fight. Let me in. Oh, you're just protecting your daughter. Hello. What do you got to sell? Like buying candy from a baby. I haggled with the child for her candy. Always looking for a bargain. I won't tell bad children my secret password. The password is I love you. The password is secret weapon. Don't forget it. What the fuck? I have conflicting passwords here, asshole. The ruler of this land, he ascended his position after Werner's defeat. He now spends his days overseeing the town's reconstruction and helping his people to recover from the treatment they suffered under the previous regime. But what if I were to purchase things from you? No, not that shit. Not that fucking garbage. Alright. We need to find Sir Servant. Why am I hiding, you ask? I'm biding my time, you see. A traveling merchant with a nose for civil unrest, he can be found peddling wares to both sides of any given conflict. Though he knows full well that he's profiting from man's worst impulses, he has no intention of changing his ways. Well, be true to yourself. At least he's got that going for him. We need to find Sir Servants. A silver clock for selling. Alright, that's the Riverlands done. Let's do the Clifflands the other way, because we'll end on Alphen's Chapter 4. So then it's just Primrose, Theri, and Hanit. Half a year past, this woman came to Boulderfall with her husband in search of a new life. Though he labors tirelessly for her and her unborn child, she has not failed to notice how his once bright eyes have grown dim, and wonders what troubles may weigh on his mind. I never inquired Boulderfall? God damn it, Cyrus. Once upon a time, a girl vowed to write her name in legend as a bandit queen. Yet dreams have a way of changing and fading with time, and so it was that a woman grown, a vagabond who had stumbled from town to town, leaving chaos in her wake, eventually settled down with the one man bold enough to steal her heart. Here in Boulderfall, have I been in your house before? Once upon a time, a boy vowed to write his name in legend as a bandit king. Huh. These two weebs just knew each other and had the exact same backstory. I'm pretty sure I've dueled you. You're 1 star. Get out of the fucking way. Just hit him with the flat side. Beat it. hidden items in here, so I was justified. Falcon Dagger. A prolific collector who obtains all he desires by any means, and who takes joy in the thrill of the pursuit. If he has his eye on an item in another's possession, without fail, will he formally introduce himself before taking action. Huh. Another way to cure Writer's Block. Might need multiple. No. Inquire. Stick your nose into it, Tressa. Some would call it strange and unhealthy to think of only another and not of all of oneself, but it would seem that this is indeed what this woman does. By all accounts, she spends her every waking moment worrying over her husband, as if she has no identity whatsoever save that which exists relative to his. Oh, that's a shitty relationship. I mean, sweet deal for him, I guess. Originally from the village of Swarky, this devoted husband is in many ways the perfect complement to his wife, in that the endless labors he undertakes are said to be solely for her benefit. Indeed, his sense of self-worth appears to be inextricably bound to his ability to provide for her. Well, I'm glad those idiots found each other. What an unhealthy relationship, but he's unhealthy in the other way. History of the Clifflands. Oh, someone's interested in this. The Clifflands are blessed with abundant mineral wealth, and many arms and armor used in conflicts throughout the ages can trace their origins to it. The region's also a source of rare and high-quality rock salt, the trade in which has earned many notable individuals considerable fortunes. I'm a little worried, actually, that some of these towns are getting new people as we finish quests. I've already acquired with you. A traveling merchant of considerable experience who deals in various ores and precious stones, who is as adept at fulfilling the needs of the lapidary as he is those of the apothecary. Given the mineral wealth of the Clifflands, it should come as no surprise that it is one of his favorite destinations. Arigato. A man who fell from grace through betrayal and circumstance and came to live within the slum town. For a time he nursed dreams of revenging himself upon the noble families who wronged his own, but now he thinks of how he might better the lot of his fellow downtrodden. A dab hand at the fine art of thievery, this member of Marta's gang works with his brethren to rob the wealthy landowners and greedy nobles who have exploited the poor and destitute through more socially accepted means. Let's fight our way in here. I don't know if I've inquired that guy. Sorry, young lady. Get the fuck out of my way. I need to sleep on Ulbrich. He's out of SP. Oh, I've been here. Sorry, my mistake. Morlock's mercenary. What is a Morlock doing here? Though his contract with his employer is almost up, he feels guilty when thinking of abandoning such a useless old man in the world alone and has decided to stick around until the disgraced former landowner finds a new place to call home. Oh. A magic nut. Omar, I say. Where are we headed now? Are you listening, Omar? Former landowner of Quarrycrest. He lost his fortune after leaving the town and now wanders the land with Omar. He often gives the mercenary the most unreasonable request, hoping to get his money's worth by the time the contract ends. I'm sure that won't backfire on you. Hey, didn't I just beat you up? Wallace win? No, he's from the tournament. I thought that was Miguel, who should be dead. Oh, that's the poor person and the nobleman trying to fix the town. A sword fit for a revolutionary, sure. Did you have anything? A hasty helm, actually. Go back. A lot of speed. Nah, I don't need this shit. Only one town after Quarrycrest. But then we have to worry about people on the road. Ugh. I think they're mostly between the tier 1 towns. I don't think we really saw anybody outside tier 2 towns. A carpenter's assistant who loves his hometown and would do anything to help it thrive. Although he himself has no plans to mine gold here, he hopes that others will continue to have success for the foreseeable future. Ah, Christ, I think I need to fucking purchase everybody too, because we never helped this dude. My family's been weaving carpets and cloth here for generations. Yeah. Do I have gossip for you? I do. Okay, used for textiles. Thought I had to buy the carpet from someone. What's that you say? People are turning my prized fabric into pantaloons? Yep. Well, I suppose it's not so far-fetched a scheme. The cloth is strong, with a pattern that pleases the eye. Why didn't I think of this before? By the grace of the gods, yes, it shall be the salvation of Gendi's finest fabrics. Pantaloons, vests, tunics, bonnets, and capes. We'll offer a full line for discerning gentlemen and lady folk. Now then, to work, to work. There's much to be done. Gonna give me a nut? We've completed our first set of fine clothes. Oh. I'm in your debt, kind traveler. You gave me the inspiration I needed. Good health to you and good cheer. A weaver's charm. What the fuck would that be? Slightly reduces fire and light. Okay, that's weird. I've inquired you. I need to rest, though. $191 SP. He really grabbed a lot. Unless his passive's giving him some. It isn't. Ho 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 ho! The miners love my pantaloons. Say they're tough enough for the rigors of their work. Isn't that just splendid? I do enjoy being busy. I think he just invented blue jeans. A foot cloth, okay. Might come in handy. A weaver of Quarry Crest, whose handmade wares are of surpassing quality. Though his business receives little custom from the countless miners drawn by the promise of gold, his textiles are in high demand by tailors who produce hosiery. Nope, we've spoken. Registration number? Are you a merchant from the Merchant's Fair? Or did he just have like shitty IDs because there's too many people in this town? Driven from her home by wealthy prospectors when the gold rush began, this woman hates the miners and everything about them. She sometimes voices her frustrations to her grandmother, who played a key role in the events which set everything in motion. God damn it, Grandma. Mr. Morlock. Mr. Morlock. Business has been booming for this merchant due to the town's recent prosperity. His tastes have become rather extravagant of late, but he is as convinced that his good fortune will surely not sour for at least 10 years. He has no intention of changing his habits. I'll beat you up just to be safe. Ooh. He had a lot of stars. I fought you before, apparently. Nice friendly duel. 44,000 damage. Wish I was doing 44,000 damage to those job bosses. Hello. An old woman born and raised in Quarry Crest. Her discovery of gold deposits spurred others to come from far and wide. Though she's happy to see the town bustling with activity once more, she regrets the many changes to her previous way of life. Womp womp. Forbidden Spears are okay, but yeah, I think we want to try to get battle tested. But I'm guessing there's only one of each, so I'll probably give all the battle tested to Olbrick. Employed as a mine guide. Who are these people?
Yeah.
The mines are up this path. There's some items. We'll grab them on our way out. Yeah, items for sale doesn't help. I really wish I used this path action earlier. But we didn't really play with someone that knew it. Self-proclaimed Pit Reaper or some such, though no one seems to know quite what he's on about. This man, who yearns to get rich quickly, raced to Quarry Crest upon learning of the gold rush. Sadly, his dreams were dashed upon learning that he was far from the first to arrive, and that he would have to wait half a year before he could officially register as a miner. Jesus! You got fucked. Our singing girl just went and quit on us. There's a singer in Still Snow. Let's go do that right now. Hang on. Actually, the singer's either in Quarry Crest. No, sorry. It's either the singer in Still Snow, or I think there's someone in Noble Court that wants to be a singer. Still Snow's this town. Ah, man, Hanit's fucking chapters are going to be so annoying because she has to be high level enough. There we go. You the one? The one who wants to be a singer? Then let's have a song out of you. Oh, of course. There once was a man from Nantucket. Yes, that's it. This is the voice I've been searching for. I've been looking for a singer to take center stage in my tavern. And your voice, oh, it's sweeter than any wine I've got on offer. You must come and sing for me. You truly wish me to sing for you? Well, I would absolutely love to, but I can't. And why not? You want to be a singer, don't you? I do, but my family, they cannot make it without me. I am afraid we owe a great deal to a moneylender, and nothing. I'll take your debts on as my own. What? But you can't possibly. It's nothing compared to the profit you'll bring my tavern soon enough. Your voice has enchanted me, my girl. You're the only one I'll have on my stage. Then, yes, I do want to sing. I'd be delighted to sing for you. Nothing would please me more. Thank you for introducing me to the singer of my dreams. Thank you for following me to the fucking North Pole to meet her. An alluring ribbon. Now, if I know anything about Squaresoft... Oh. It's not that kind of ribbon. Well, we can wear that when we're leveling on Hanit. And, you know what? I think Tharion's strong enough to beat his chapter 4. It's just Hanit, because she has to solo a bunch of shit. So we got a few side quests done. They're starting to come together. But I guess I'm a little worried about, like, chains advancing, because I'm never going back to these towns. Once we finish up Alphin's chapter, we'll double-check our quest log and see who's still kicking. Just a guy. A young man who works in the mines of Quarry Crest. Though born on a farm, he left his family behind to seek his fortune in gold. Alas, his inexperience with the tools of the trade has led him to break more than a few pickaxes. Oops. There's a new vein around here somewhere. Sure there is. Just a miner. Miner. Alright. Wasn't really anything left for us in Quarry Crest. Every day this woman strives to squirrel away a few extra leaves for her family's benefit. She mends torn clothes, sharpens her own knives, and has even repaired broken furniture. Though her skills rival those of professional craftsmen, she's content to put them to use in mundane ways. Might be able to use her for something. Where's that singing girl? There she is. Oh, you're the one from that time! I get to sing in front of so many people now at the tavern. It's really a dream come true. You should probably take out those fucking wintertime clothes. We're in the desert now. Just a minor. Just a minor. Minor. Hidden item, though. Alright, the final town, Orwell. Let's sell all my shit first, or if it actually prompts me, we'll just start the chapter. That's right, I did have business here. Your journey as an apothecary has carried you to Orwell. You're confident shaken. You pray that this is where you'll find the answers you seek. Okay. He only needs to be 45 for his chapter 4. I swore somebody had to be 50. Maybe they're all 45. The story so far. Maybe he's going to jump off this rickety bridge. Alphen used his talents to save the life of a thief named Miguel. But as soon as the man could walk again, he kidnapped and wounded an innocent boy. Was Alphen wrong to believe what he believed? Was Ogun right? Are some lives truly not worth saving? Alphen looked to the sky. Tell me, what would you have done? But there were no answers to be found. And so, with self-doubt festering in his heart, Alphen arrived in the town of Orwell. At least he's not self-medicating, right? Making his own happy juice. You know, I've come all this way and I feel like I've found more questions than answers. You listening up there? Still no sign for me, huh? I better snap out of it before a wrong step puts me at the bottom of this canyon. Hello?
Yo.
Howdy there, why so glum? Oh, woe is me. My poor wife and kids are fighting for their lives. Why did this damn plague have to come to our poor village? Haven't we suffered enough? That satchel of yours, I don't reckon you're an apothecary. Reckon I am. And the plague you speak of is what brought me here. Did it? Oh, thank the heavens. For once the gods smile upon us. Just show me my patience. I'll do the best I can. Oh, thank you. Pray follow me. Beg pardon if I'm just imagining things, friend, but is something the matter? You're looking awful glum yourself. Oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all. Now, we should hurry. A sweat drop? Really, Alphen? People are dying. You're gonna go all fucking weeb on me. I can't let them see me brooding. At any rate, I have a job to do. God, Zooks, just look at them all. I'm coming in. Ogun. Wait, that's... Before I begin the treatment, I'd know a few things about you. That'll do. Sorry to pry. Now let's see what we can do about your cough. Oh, thank you, Mr. Name's Ogun. I'm a traveling apothecary of sorts. A little bird told me your village was in rough shape, so here I am. Not one, but two apothecaries come to our humble home. Mayhap the flame shines bright upon us yet. How can we ever repay you? Think nothing of... Forgive me. Thought your hands were steadier than that, old man. We keep meeting, eh? You again? Figured you'd have given up and gone home already. But it seems you're made of stronger stuff than that. Damn right I am. Take away my medicine and dogged grit, and there'd be nothing left, save for a love for a good drink. If you say so.
Yes.
Anyhow, what with all the patients needing tending, it's good to have you around. What say we team up? 2 sets of hands are better than 1, eh? Thanks, but no thanks. I always work alone. How did I know you'd say that? As you like then, I'll do the same. There's 8 of us, Alphen. I work alone. Who are those 7 people? They're nobody. That takes care of everyone. And I dare say I've worked up quite a thirst. Think I'll hit the tavern. See you around, Ogun. The fellow gave you some medicine just now, yes? Thanks be to the flame, he most certainly did. Let me see it. It'll only take a moment. He's always spying on my drugs. Say, Alphen. What is it, Tress? I'm feeling a bit tired, truth be told. My back is killing me. Alphen looks like he's feeling down. I guess you should say something. As long as you're around, you'll cure any illness I get, right? Right. Because you always brew the best medicine you possibly can, right? Damn right. But your potions are still nothing compared to Ogun's, right? You got that? Hey, wait a minute. What's that supposed to mean? I'd pit my cures against his any day of the week. I'll show you who's the top apothecary around here. Just you watch. Too easy. You tricky bitch.
Yo.
A flagon of your strongest, my good man. Something eating away at you, friend? Shucks, is it that obvious? Might as well be written on your face. It's nothing, just a lost love, one I'm already in the midst of forgetting. If you're trying to win me over, you're gonna have to try harder than that. And there she goes. Lying isn't your strong suit, is it? So I'm not the only one who needed a stiff one. Long day? Heed my words, boy. Tell too many lies, even little white ones, and one day you'll forget what the truth is. Thanks for the diagnosis. I saw the medicine you gave the villagers back there. Sloppier than before, almost as if your heart wasn't in it. Nothing gets past you, does it? To tell the truth, all this time I've been thinking, what am I really doing this for? And these days I just don't know. I can't find an answer. Nor I. And I wager I've been searching for a fair bit longer. You don't say. Hey, is it me or your hand shaking?
Yeah.
I think you've had one ale too many. We're both exhausted, I'm sure. Get a good night's sleep. Right. There are no answers. Not for me.
Oi!
Alphen, have we spoken before?
Oh.
Hey there, what can I do for you? Me fever. It's getting worse by the hour.
Oh?
Ogun was taking care of you, wasn't he? Could he have botched the dose? Perish the thought. Why, Sir Ogun's 1,000 times the apothecary you'll ever be. What the fuck? Why, you. If you're so goddamn fond of that old grump. I jest. Please, sir, I beg your help. Master Ogun's worn too thin to impose. Worn thin? Just today he must have dropped his tools some 20-odd times. Later he started coughing something terrible, and then he just wandered away. That doesn't sound right. What with all the patients he's been seeing, no wonder he's tired and all. Melissa, forgive me. Huh. Always the same dream. He sleeps with his satchel. That's a little weird. No rest for the weary. My patients are waiting. I should walk around town and see if anyone else needs my help. Okay. I must say, Alphen, you seem to be enjoying yourself at the alehouse yesterday. Yeah, me and my mead get along just fine. I could tell the number of times I had to fill your mug. You should thank me, you know. I suppose I should. But you could have poured Ogun a drink from time to time, too. The man seemed to prefer his own company. Don't worry, he's just an old grump anyway. But I figure he'd cheer up quick if you showed him a dance or two. There's real magic in the way you move on stage. It'd brighten anyone's day. A smooth talker, are we? Hey, it ain't just talk, I'm telling you. I bet even Ogun wouldn't be able to tear his eyes away. Then maybe I will pour him a drink next time. Huh? Is that Ogun? You saved my life, traveler. How can I ever repay you? Just doing my job, and with that I'll be on my way. Not so fast, old man. You again. What's this I hear about you dropping your tools and hacking all over your patients? Not one for tact, are you? What's the matter? Got a bad case of the runs? Even if I did, it'd be none of your concern. Right, whatever. Why don't I just take a quick look? Why don't you just mind your own business? Come on, old man. Believe it or not, I'm worried about you. How touching. But look, I know my body as well as... Oh! Good grief. You're gonna get a checkup whether you like it or not. Keep your bloody hands off me. I told you, I'm perfectly aware of what's happening to my... So you knew you were about to hawk up all that blood, eh? You're sicker than a dog, and I'd be one sorry apothecary if I let you walk away untreated. Now be a good patient here. Go ahead and treat me then, if you can. You still don't trust me, you son of a bitch. Hell's a tarnation. You're falling apart inside and out. Your forehead's nigh on fire, and what blazes is this horrible purple rash? It's a miracle you're even standing. How could you let yourself get in this state? Don't you get it? If you don't treat this, you're going to die. Tell me something I don't know. If you knew, then why? It's none of your concern. Even if I told you, what would you be able to do about it? Nothing, that's what. Forget about me, Alphen. For both our sakes. Huh. Someone around here must know something about Ogun. Why? How? What? That person just called him Traveler. Somebody should know. But I wonder why. That man's face was the face of one who'd given up all hope. Had he lost his reason to live? Was he so tortured by the sins of his past? Either way, it's a darn fool that lives life as if he wants it to end. Just so. But it would behoove us to learn what makes him act in such a manner. If there's anything I might do, do not hesitate to ask. I won't. You're a good man to talk to when things are bothering me and my blood is up. Whenever you need my ear, you need only say the word. Thanks, Olbrich. It's good having you around. Can't very well leave things alone after all, that man. Any quests up here? No, just white word bubbles. You there, sick person. Don't even mention food to me. I've no appetite. Ogun's mutterings. He was muttering the name Melissa. Maybe mentioning that will get the old man talking.
そうさね。
メリッサ。
Damn it. How do you know her name? I told you the story of how I came to choose my patients, yes? You told me you lost your dear wife. That she was murdered in cold blood by a man whose life you saved. Aye, but the story doesn't end there. After that, I set off on a journey. I had no hopes, no aspirations. I just wanted to help someone, anyone, in any way I could. Anything to do Melissa proud. But it wasn't to be. One day, in a far-flung village, I found him. The man who murdered my beloved. Ugh! He had a family of his own, a wife, a boy of some 5 summers. When I saw them together, smiling and laughing, something broke inside of me. And so I waited till nightfall, then snuck up on the man when he was alone. And left him in the same shape he left my dear Melissa. You can't be. It was a strange feeling, though saving his life took days, ending it took but an instant. Human life's are a fleeting and fragile thing, eh? I fled from the village as fast and far as I could. From there I continued my journey as if nothing had happened. Funny, isn't it? None of these people know the man who saved their lives stole another. I can't bear to think of the pain and suffering I inflicted on the man's family, so I don't. But every day I ask myself, what right do I have to play God with these blood-stained hands? Time and again I thought of ending my own life, but I'm too much of a coward to do the deed. How many years has it been now? In my travels, my body's come to be ravaged by every plague and pestilence our realm has known. But never once have I thought of treating myself. I'm a murderer, a sinner. And mine's not a life worth saving. Do you see now, Alphen? This is the answer I've found. I'm feeling a bit tired. Pray leave me to rest for a while. That stubborn bastard. Ain't there nothing in here that'll help at a time like this? What a mess. Been too busy to clean it out all this time. Ogun's determined to die. That's the answer he's come to, after a long and harrowing journey. What right do I have to think to know better? Besides, what could I do for him anyhow? I barely managed to get by as it is. How do I even go about fixing a busted soul? I'm just one man, one small, insignificant man. Damn it all. Hmm? A letter? To my dear friend, Alphen. When you find this letter, no doubt you'll be off in some far-flung village somewhere. I was more than happy to urge you on in your journey, but truth be told, I was just a bit worried about you. Worried that along the way you'd find someone and take on all their pain and suffering as your own. You've always had a sensitive streak after all. But should you ever find yourself losing the courage of your convictions, remember what we learned together. Zeph. Zeph, you're back. That I am, Nina. Is something the matter? Nothing you need to worry yourself about. Alf. I've always admired your selflessness in helping others. You think nothing of yourself. In that sense, you're the best apothecary and the best friend anyone could ask for. You have nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. So you go out there, Alf, and do what you feel is right. With your heart at ease and your head held high. P.S. This is far too embarrassing to say in person, so I'll just hide this letter underneath all your stuff. That idiot. Just reading that, my face is as red as a beet. Thanks, buddy. Really got myself worked up over nothing, didn't I? I know what I need to do, and God's be damned if anyone will keep me from doing it. Ain't that right, Zeph? I'll show everyone what I believe in. Including you, wherever you are. And you too, Ogun. Just you wait. Sorry, old man, I'm here, whether you like it or not. How many times must I say it? Just leave me here and go on your way. Enough. Quit your belly aching and lie down before I have to knock you over. What in God's name are you? So you're a stinking murderer, a sinner, huh? Great, like I give a damn. It ain't my job to choose who lives and who dies. I ain't no god. I killed Miguel. If it's in my power to help a body, I'll be damned if that ain't what I'm gonna do. That's why I became an apothecary. That's what I believe in. There. That should keep you breathing for now. And just what do you plan to do next? Ain't it obvious? I'm gonna fix you. And not just your body, all of you. I'm gonna whip up an elixir that'll have you feeling like a new man. Just you wait, Ogun. I just need some opium. Fix me? Don't make me laugh, because laughing makes my gums bleed. Well, I dashed out of there like a man on a mission. Heck if I got the faintest idea what to do next. I ain't never seen the like of those symptoms. Should you ever find yourself losing the courage of your convictions, remember what we learned together. Come to think of it, one time when Zeph and I were studying together, say Alf, remember when we were small and you got real sick? We feared you were gonna die. Slowly but steadily your body cramped up until you couldn't even hold a spoon. And those terrible purple blotches, I could hardly bear to look at you. I've been trying to replicate the elixir that cured you, but to no avail. That travel who saved you was really something else. Heh, too bad we weren't of a mind to ask for the recipe back then, huh? Fun times, Zeph. So much for remembering. Huh. Wait a minute. Couldn't hold a spoon? Hasn't Ogun been dropping his tools? And purple blotches. Nah, it couldn't be. It's too much of a coincidence. Or is it? If Ogun has the same disease that I had, then that means there's a cure. The same cure that saved my life. Ugh, think, Alphen, think. How did he make the medicine? Who am I kidding? I couldn't even remember my own symptoms until now. Damn it all. It must be in here somewhere. Think. There. That should do it. You're a lucky boy, Alphen. The disease had all but taken over. You had a day or two at best. That I just happened to come along when I did with this potion in hand. Fate works in mysterious ways. How long did I labor to brew this elixir, and from ingredients that I may never see again? To tell the truth, it was meant for another, but that hardly matters now. If it saves your life, it'll have more than served its purpose. Sleep tight, son. You'll be feeling better on the morrow. Okay, we're having a flashback. Hello. A traveling apothecary. At least that's what I think he said. He goes around the world helping people who are hurt or sick, like me. Hope I can do that someday. He was only 24. And apparently I have my dream elixir recipe. Still awake, are we? Hmm? What's in the potion? You weren't jesting when you said you wanted to be an apothecary, were you? Very well. Who am I to refuse such an inquisitive young mind? The elixir was brewed from the feather of an ogre eagle, a fearsome beast whose wings spanned so wide they could block out the sun. They terrorized the skies above the forest of Rube, not far from Orwell. A boy like you would be wise not to wander there, lest you get snatched up and spirited away above the clouds. Oh, What a coincidence! I'm in Orwell. All I need is the feather of an ogre eagle. And the flame take me if the forest of Ruba ain't just outside of town. You've saved my life again, stranger. Hang in there, Rogan. I'm gonna fix you up as good as new. Are we all rested up? We sure are. Let's go beat up the boss. A giant eagle is the final boss for Alphen because it's very hard to tell his story in this formula of fight 4 bosses. Don't need these chump treasure chests. I'll save it just in case. Wouldn't be the first time I got fucked by a boss today. I surprised my foe, well then they'll be extra shocked when I do this. Alright, this is a very spooky forest. 2 screens deep. What have you gotten yourself into, Alphen? It's one of the crazier looking forests. Ooh, lightning? Yep, he's already revealed. I've already killed that kind of wisp. Big forest. Maybe not as big as I thought. Weird that it's 2 screens. Going up. I just need one of your feathers. You don't have to fight me. I could just pluck it. Egads, but you're a big one. But I know what I need, and I ain't leaving here without it. I shouldn't even need to kill it. Just chop off a feather and run for your fucking life. Oh, break 4? What a fucking lightweight. Oh. Never mind. What comes after spear? Bow? Dagger? No, he's weak to an element. Lightning? No, he's weak to lightning. What? Wind or fire? Oh shit, if he's confused, he might kill one of us here. Nope, that snapped him out of it. I'll just throw some soul stones to help. What the hell is that element? Times like this, I wish I was a scholar. Ice. There it is. We had to waste a couple turns there. Just hired help listening. Just wanted the defense up there. He's still white. For 3 turns, they'll always crit. Then we'll just give her a bunch of BP so she can keep boosting her shit. I don't know how he's going to fiddle with his break after this. Oh, not when you're confused. I can transfer rune this off. She's gonna stay confused for the duration of her fucking buff. A rainbow-colored toxic cloud fills the air. We're fine. And then we'll super rest. My lifeblood. I seem fine. Still transfer rune. Okay, I want ice. This should kill him. Oh, yellow. Yeah. Sure. Thank you, Rune Lord. Still a weird story. Alpha has definitely got the weakest story. Just leave the feather. Sorry, pal. But this pinion of yours is going to save a man's life.
Yes.
Alrighty, Ogun. Like it or not, here I come.
Yo.
I'm back, old man. Can you keep it down? My head's throbbing something terrible. Whoops, sorry about that. Anyway, time to get to work. I had a dream about this potion from 10 years ago. I'm sure it's fine. You really believe you can save me? Ridiculous. How could you ever? A man saved my life years ago. A man not so different from you, come to think of it. Hmm? Listen here, Ogun. I may call you an old man, but it's too soon for you to go. People are suffering out there, dying. There are plenty of lives you can still save. Maybe you're right. I once met a man who said the same kinds of things you say. Hmm? He was an apothecary too. In my darkest hour, it was his words that stayed my hand. Despite having no hope, nothing to live for, he convinced me to press on. Who was he? What the heck could he have said to a mess like you? It's gonna be the same guy. Ogun, look at your hands. Just 2. And yet they have the power to save innumerable lives. Live, Ogun. If not for yourself, for those who still need you. All around you, people are suffering, dying. There's plenty of lives you might yet save, if you have it in you to save them.
なぜ
Why are you helping me?
おや
What's that?
苦しむ人間がいる
When someone's in a bind, you help them out. Simple as that, wouldn't you say? It's the same guy. Those were his words to me.
君はなぜか
It's the damnedest thing, but somehow you remind me of him. Gadzooks!
俺もなんだ
Those words.
俺もガキの時
I heard them too when I was just a boy.
なんだ
You what?
間違いねえ
There's no doubt about it.
俺の命を
That's
救っ
the
て
man
く
who
れた
saved my life.
おじさんありがとう
Thanks, mister.
どうして
But why'd you save me? We ain't got no money, you know.
いいかい
Listen, son. And listen well.
苦しむ人がいたから助けたんだ
I saw someone in a bind and I helped him out. Simple as that.
俺も
Shucks.
おじさんみたいに
I hope I can do that too someday.
かっこいいって思う
I never seen anyone like him before.
恩人さんの
His words, the miraculous potions he made,
俺は生き返ったんだ
he didn't just save my life.
あの人みたい
He gave me a whole new sense of purpose.
に俺は
And so I became an
戦
apothecary.
士になったんだ
なんと
Fate truly does work in mysterious ways.
なあ
Tell me more about him, Ogan. I don't even know his name.
彼の名は
Graham was his name. Graham Crossford? That's the guy from Tress's book. He was traveling the realm, as was I. He said he was searching for a remedy for his dear wife, who had been stricken with a deadly malady. His skill at mixing salves and brewing elixirs was like nothing I'd ever seen. He traveled from town to town, healing the sick and wounded at every turn, and still managed to fashion the elixir he sought in 2 short years.
だが
But it was too late. His beloved had already passed on, never to return. He told me the story of a bright young boy to whom he eventually gave the medicine.
アーフェン君
To think I'd meet that boy in the flesh one day.
それから
After he saved my life, he wandered off again to who knows where. Word has it that he later passed on to meet his love. So he's gone. At any rate, that all makes sense now. Graham didn't choose his patients. He helped everyone he could, just like you. We didn't always see eye to eye, but I respected the man, and I'd like to think that the feeling was mutual. Thinking back on it, talking with you was oddly familiar from the start. Your innocence? Naivety? Whatever you want to call it, it's like a mirror image of the man. You're carrying on his legacy as well as any man could. Even if you are a sentimental sop. Takes one to know one, old man.
ありがとうよ
Thanks for everything.
もういいのか
Ogan, you sure you're okay?
ああ
Aye. Thanks to you, I'll live to see another day.
数日
For a couple nights there, I didn't think I'd make it, but it seems your brew won out in the end. You'll forgive me if I don't say thank you. This wasn't the fate I asked for, after all. Don't mention it. That grave. Did you make that? Just my way of paying tribute. Only wish I could have met him once more. Ah well, eh? Knowing him, I think he would have felt the same about you. Well, guess I'll be off then. After all, there's still folks out there who need my help. What about you, old man? What about me, indeed? Guess I'll keep on living, at least for now, and atone for my sins as best I can. I imagine there's still people out there who need me as well. First Graham, now you. You helped me remember what it means to be an apothecary. Ah, shucks. Guess that means I was right about something after all. Be safe here. Reckon you won't get lost in your travels after this. And me neither, mind you. If you say so. It was an age when the medical arts were still in their infancy. With war and disease rampant, the sick and the suffering depended on men and women who brewed remedies with wisdom and compassion. Men and women known as apothecaries. Hey, $1,500 on the ground. Don't worry, old woman. I don't know who you are. Another successful chapter. Whose quest is this? Oh, because we finished it. Hello, Nina. Excuse me. Can I ask you something? You see, my brother likes someone. They used to read books together a lot when they were young. But a few years ago, she moved far, far away. And it seems like my brother still can't forget her. Sometimes even whispers her name. Mercedes. That's a stripper name. See? I don't know if he can concentrate on making medicine like that. He even tried writing her a letter about his feelings. But he hasn't sent it yet. So I was wondering if you could give it to her for him. I don't know where she lives, but... could you do it for him, please? What? You want to know more about her? Well, I know she likes books. Thanks. Thanks so fucking much. She is a lady. After the Great Pestilence claimed her parents at an early age, this young girl was raised by her elder brother Zeph, whom she loves and adores. She hopes that one day she can repay his kindness, for which she feels terribly indebted. Purchase. Letter from Zeph. Confidential. Or is it? This is a secret letter. What if I haggle? So many people end up leaving the village. Always looking for a bargain. Mercedes. Excuse me, how can I help you? You can't. I'll be on my way. I swore I've seen someone called Mercedes, and I also made fun of them for having a stripper name. Let's finish off Orwell at least. It's almost time to wrap it up for the night. A young man who supplies the village's general store with goods. Born into a family of merchants, he only recently inherited his father's shop. Though the village's poor fortune makes running his business that much harder, he's committed to carrying on the family trade. Refreshing jam. This man claims to often bear witness to incredible sights. A dragon sauntering through a town square, a deity manifesting to cavort with mortals, and so forth. No one is certain whether he's mad or daft, but given his confusion when challenged, at the very least he seems to be sincere. A man who spends every waking moment feeling sorry for himself. A few days ago, his advances were rebuffed by a tavern maid. And ever since, he's taken to spending hours on this bridge, staring into the distance in silence. Oh. A woman of Orwell who lives alone. She's deeply proud of her son, a distinguished knight, and often finds herself staring at the front door, hoping that today will be the day he comes to visit. Oh, it's a shop. Adamantite shield. I stole one of these earlier, or purchased or something, I think. A traveling merchant who makes a habit of learning stories wherever she goes, that she might share. Those are lady merchants? There's a dragon in the Cliftlands, apparently. A lady who loves nothing more than to cook and eat food. An exceptional cook, she uses her skills to feed the customers of her sister's tavern. Her specialty is deep-fried great condor. Oh. There's an item in there. Let me in. Oh. You don't like spears, do you? Nice casual duel. Friendly match. 45,000. When all was lost, this merchant, who once thought himself beyond redemption, received words of wisdom from a kind traveler. Duly inspired, he pulled himself up and set forth, with hope in his heart for a better tomorrow. I think I helped this guy. Empty coin pouch. Things have been going well, huh? Tavern's empty. Not a lot in this town. We learned about the dragon, I guess. A man born and raised in this village who works as a mender of buildings and tools, though he lacks the formal training of a carpenter. Since most of the younger generations choose to leave the village when they can, it falls to people like him to remain and do that which no one else is willing to do. Discount. A layabout who detests all exertions to the point that he hates having to expend effort to avoid expending effort. Unsurprisingly, he's unemployed. Yeah, he could work at the fucking dirt factory in this town. Nothing here. Empty coin pouch. What did I expect from a lazy layabout? I can't get to that. There we go. Old woman. A woman who came to the village decades ago to marry her husband. If left to his own devices, he'd spend every leaf on drink. Knowing this, she's recently taken to waiting outside their home to prevent him from going to the tavern. Not so fast, bitch. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous how he's the only one that reliably can go over 10,000. Well, I guess Sorcerer Primrose technically does like 15 or 12,000 because she hits multiple times. Hey, thanks for the fight. A man who lives with his wife in Orwell. He loves strong spirits so much that he spends all his free time at the tavern to the detriment of his work. Well, the important thing is you're happy. I need to rest, though. Yeah, it wasn't a lot there. I want to go deal with the writer's block in Grand Port. And then I can't remember if we had another quest dangling right in front of us. There were 2 hidden items. Or maybe I never went inside her house after I beat her up. That looks like that's all that from inquiring. There's a few guys on the road. We have to find the guy with the mole in his hand, who I think he got washed ashore somewhere in the Riverlands. But I don't have time for that tonight, unfortunately. That'll be a next time problem. And then it's... Is Therian on Chapter 4? Did we beat Therian? No, we didn't beat Therian because he never got his stupid necklace off. Yeah, we could do his Chapter 4, right? Yeah, Chapter 4, so he'd be done. We'll do that next time. And we'll finish off Primrose next time, and we'll start to level up Hanit. We're getting very close to the end, I think. It's mostly the side quests that are slowing me down. You're all the way back here. You've writer's block, but I've got just the thing. An astonishing object, an incredible item, and a marvelous memento. Maybe I needed all 3. Oh! What is that you have there? Could I have a closer look? Whoa! I've never even dreamed such a thing could exist. I cannot believe this. I feel like I just discovered a whole new world of possibilities. I've got to put this down in my diary at once. The words practically write themselves. I can hardly stop myself. It's been years since I felt so inspired. Ah, what joy. Whew. Now that is a proper diary entry. Thank you for this. Of course, you featured in my writing as well. Don't forget to keep up with your own diary, you hear? Life is long and full of many challenges. Your heart and mind will change along the way. If things get tough, try opening up your old diaries and taking a little trip down memory lane. When you're feeling lost, remembering who you were before will help you understand who you need to be now. Until we meet again, then. Another ribbon. I'm guessing they don't stack, though. So yeah, we have to use Elfin for a little bit longer. Journal. I think the length of their flag is how much of the story they're done. Most of the zones are only half done. Jesus Christ. Zephyr Mercedes, I don't know where she is. I don't know where Cervantes is. That's the guy with the mole. That'll actually be a lot of quests for Riverlands. I think this might be all of Riverlands if we're lucky. Nope, Zephyr Mercedes is a step 1. Fuck, where did I see a Mercedes? I think maybe Marcelin. I'm going to go through No, wait. Oh! We know about the City of Gold. No time for this shit. I think the Atlas Dam Library. Get out of my fucking way! City of Gold. Here we go. Well, I heard... The Legends of the Golden City? This sounds promising. There once was a lord in a distant island nation far to the east. One day he had a dream. A voice spoke to him and said, I will grant you one wish. The lord thought it was the voice of a god, so the lord answered without thinking. Make the city into utopia, where none go hungry, where no one ever grows old or ill. His wish was heard, and overnight the entire city was turned to gold. And in that city of gold, there were none who went hungry, no old age and no illness. Do you hear that? Such a wondrous place. Though it still sounds more like fantasy than truth. It has the romantic appeal of a legend, to be sure. Books are such a delight, aren't they? And this one's a prime example. I'll have to be sure to tell everyone to read it. Thank you for helping me learn more about the City of Gold. I feel so much better now for knowing more. I feel the city was cursed, and I didn't tell her enough. Another goddamn ribbon? Why are they giving me so many of these things? 3. I have 3 of them now. Except for Mercedes. The Adventures of Ollie. I don't know where his dad is. Translator. Ventus the Third, which I think is in Stoneguard. The guys who were messing up the shopkeeper in Stoneguard. We're currently researching histories of the lands. Oh shit. I might have all those histories for Russell now. Princess Mary. They say my old tutorship is floundered in the harbor. Hope he's not hurt. Stands to reason I have to go and find the shipwreck. I can do that really quick. Just run over outside Rippletide. Scaredy sheep. There must be some monster lurking nearby. The shepherd in Whispermill. That might be doable too quick. Run outside Whispermill, run outside Rippletide. My star fencers run off, but who else could take the role? Could I ask you to assist me? I don't think I know about all the dragons in Northreach. I thought I beat him up, the grave robber. Oh, I have to make the obliging merchant more assertive. That's Mr. Cervantes. He needs to like get a reach around from a dude, something he's never experienced before. Kit's looking for his father. We've done a lot of quests, to be fair, into thin air. Ellie's her name. I don't think I've ever found her. Our captain was a great man with a long beard. That's in gold. Sure, I've never met a man with a big beard. This poor soul was washed. Oh, here we go. This poor soul was washed up by the river, but with no one knows who he is. He's got a large mole in the back of his hand. So I think we get the guy in Goldshore and escort him to East Saintsbridge. And then I never found the third crest. Painter. Noelle wants to know about Beowulf. In Cobblestone? Daughter of the Dark God, zero fucking clue what that kid wants. Mother of Dragons, we never found the egg. I've lost my egg. Okay. While the ideas are bright in my mind, let's try to finish some of these quests. I can't allure you. I have to allure the guy in Saintsbridge. Do I have evasive maneuvers? Because I don't care to fight right now. We do. We have every action with this group set up. There we go. Wait a second, I can't escort either one. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Allure. Some years back. Yep. Mole in his hand. Nope, he had a long beard. Who the fuck? What? Mole in his hand. Who was that? Shit. Well, fuck. Let's see if we know enough about dragons and... No, we know enough about countries for Russell. It's a wife looking for old mole hand? Okay. Do I know about all the countries? I don't. Shit! There's a few road people I need. And then... So she wasn't in the library. Maybe it's Noble Court is where Mercedes is? Fuck. Thought we could finish off a couple straggler quests, but I am not sure where they are. We're looking for ladies. She liked books. There's really just the library in Atlas Dam, and that's it. There's the bookbinders in Stoneguard. But I mean, where the fuck else would Mercedes be? No. Oh well. Might just have to call it here then, and we'll get back to the side quests and shit next time. We finished all the towns at least. The fuck did you want, translator? Yeah, there's a few quests in Stoneguard I got stumped on. Ah, that pisses me off because I swear we spoke to her Mercedes before. Oh well. We'll be back at it next time, so thanks for coming out to watch. Just a few chapters to go. Therian will be a breeze because he's already on chapter 4. We can get Primrose pretty quick next time too, so it's just leveling up Hanit and then finishing Hanit. I'll just save it here so I don't embarrass myself and lose some progress. There we go. 50, I mean, I hope we can beat under 60, but we might go over the 60-hour mark on this game. Oh well. Until next time, thanks for watching.